They don't all go for the phenomenal prices. And Barrett-Jackson has made a point of adding cars that bring collectors into the hobby. And you might want to look up our next couple of lots because these are very, very special cars. We will start with a 1963 Mercedes Benz 300SL Convertible.
Well, this is a once-in-a-lifetime experience to watch these cars sell. There's going to be a convertible first and a 300SL Gullwing second, both sold by the same person, the original owner. I have never in all my years of going to auctions seen anything like this. This car has got 35,000 original miles and has been fully restored by Mercedes in Toronto in 2004. It's a pristine car. It's a great car to own, but it's real. The real question here is, will one person want to buy both these cars to keep them together as kind of a match set?
I was speaking with the owner's daughter, and again, we're talking the original owner. He's now 82 years old. He's just about done driving. He wants these cars to go on to new owners, and she says she hopes, even though they are not being sold as a pair, she really hopes that they are bought as a pair. And of course, we won't know till the end of the sale of the next car. $275 already for the Roadster.
And no shortage of bidders, it looks like.
Good money and a lot of interest from the crowd. Let's watch.
$290.
You know, 275, 300. I can see that without too much trouble if it's truly a top flight Concours restoration. That's kind of the normal money that those cars are bringing these days. Anything above that, we start getting into the one of a pair.
Keith, the cars had body work, especially in the nose. There's evidence of sanding and painting, and not just a sympathetic repaint. But I'm going to forgive that as this car is presented as a survivor. There it goes.
Okay. 300,000.
Now that's so we've got half of the benchmark set now.
Yep.
Now we're going to find out, will the same bidder, if we can see who bought that car, keep an eye on them, and are they going to go after the second car, and are they going to be willing to pay whatever it takes to keep the two together?
The Gullwing is a little older, 1957. Basically the same car. There's the winner of the first bid. Basically the same car, a little different at the front end. Of course, obviously the difference in the top, but sister cars in every sense of the term. This is a great, great offering here at Barrett-Jackson. History absolutely in the making.
See, Matt, there are the real differences in the rear suspension, because they modified the rear suspension dramatically on the Roadster, and it makes that car much more pleasant to drive. And the car probably had an aluminum block and had front disc brakes and all those things.
No, good point, Keith. I forgot about the rear suspension. Thank you.
But the Gullwing is the more iconic of the two cars, even though the Roadster is the better driver.
The finish on this one is similar. The leading edge of the hood shows a little bit of road wear, and there's some touch-ups here and there. There's an emblem missing, and there's a little dent here. So it's the story that's going to sell this car, not the condition so much.
Right, like the previous one, unrestored.
You know, if it were my car, I would have put that emblem back on. I would have had Mr. Dentless Removal, Mr. Magic, come out and take the little dent out, because why have something so apparent as a flaw visible?
Well, you know, I sense that the seller, that 82-year-old gentleman from Toronto, is not, how shall I say this? I don't think he cares. You know, he bought the car, he loved it, he drove it, and now he's going to pass it on. It's not an investment for him.
And I would have to say, Bob, I don't believe the buyers care either. This is not about, you know, those last few points of Concours restoration. This is originality, provenance, low miles, preservation, great stuff. And of course the two is a pair. Now let's see who buys car number two.
Yuck.
You see an original engine bay with the inline 6.
It's a beautiful tuned intake manifold right there. That's Ram tuning and Sonic tuning right there. Lots of science in that intake manifold.
Like you said, Keith, an iconic car, an opportunity for somebody to take this thing and make it special. It'll take some investment, but it's all there and all original. Well, it's obviously bringing more than the convertible.
I'm going to be 340. I'm going to be 350. 340. How about number 340 going once? How about number 330, 335. Now 349. Now 340. How about number 335?
Don Williams, the Blackhawk Collection, and Mark Hyman from Hyman Classic Cars Limited there. Both very active in this collector car community.
I wonder if my old friend and colleague Sam Posey is looking in. He's got a 300SL Gullwing with some provenance that includes the maestro, Juan Manuel Fangio. $345,000, so the pair, it appears, will be split. Away goes that iconic Mercedes Benz. And speaking of Mercedes Benz, be sure to catch two-time Formula One champion Mika Hakkinen